we're focusing on a conversation. We're putting a spotlight on a program that probably has been designed to help vulnerable communities move from surviving to truly thriving. And this program puts together a couple of services that are needed by these vulnerable communities, talking about nutrition initiatives, smart climate programs, talking about youth and women empowerment. So all of that put together. But what does it really look like on ground? What does it do? How does it work? So we're focusing on the Hanaano program today and understanding why it's important to talk about it. Why does it matter at all? So I hope you will be tuned in for that, because today we're going to we're going to be breaking it down in the simplest and clearest of ways. So stay tuned for that. But before I introduce my amazing panel, and we have an audience as well, the question we're asking you today is, what is one thing that could immediately improve life in your community? What is one thing that could immediately improve life in your community? Look back, kwenye umetoka nyumbani, what does it look like, and what could be done to improve the life of the people there? NTV Kenya on all of our social media platforms. Our WhatsApp line is open as well, so feel free to indulge on our question of the day and share your stories as well. We have the experts in studio who are in this program who will definitely answer your questions and probably offer the help that is needed. And introducing my panel today, starting from my immediate left, we have Beldine Atieno, who's a technical advisor, advocacy and learning, Hanaano program, Concern Well. Karibu sana. Lovely to have you on the show. So and I know I'm reading these titles as huge as they are, but we'll break it down just to understand what it actually means. And right next to Beldine, we have Linda Shikuku, who's a program development and fundraising specialist. Your part of fundraising nuggets, because these programs need we need to rally everyone and everybody who can be part of it. But you'll also tell us a bit more about what it is that you do. And we'll start with you, Beldine. Maybe you can tell us a bit more about your role, even as we understand what is Hanaano for anyone who's hearing it for the very first time. And Linda, you could pick it up as well. What is it? What does it mean? Is it an English word? From the basic, it is. Oh,
Somali word. So Hanaano is a Somali word to mean to nurture.
To nurture.
Yes.
Naisema vizuri ama sisemi vizuri? Naisema vizuri?
Yes.
Hanaano.
Yes.
Okay.
Initially, when we were designing the program, we had given it the title, Prevent Wasting in Mandera Triangle. Yeah, wasting in this case is when the child's weight is below the height. So that is what we had. But once the program was approved, we changed the title to Hanaano, so that the local community can relate to what our program is all about. Okay. So the program was mainly focusing in Mandera Triangle. Mandera Triangle in this case is the intersection between Kenya, Ethiopia, and Somalia. Yeah, it's not only Mandera County, it's Mandera Triangle. There are 3 countries. Yeah. And
why specific? Okay, we'll get there. Yeah. But Beldine, your role in all of this as being part of the Hanaano program as well.
Okay, so like you said, Beldine Atieno, I'm working with the Hanaano program as the advocacy and learning advisor. So my work basically entails supporting the communities to identify their priorities, especially those that are related towards the health and feeding of mothers and children, and then working with the community to mobilize them to work together to address those challenges that are making it difficult to feed their mothers and children, and then also the ideas that they come up with. We share them with the local government. So in Kenya, it will be the Mandera County government. In Ethiopia, it will be the Somali regional government. And then in Somalia, it will be the Bele Tower and Dolo Somalia district government representatives. So we support the communities also to share these ideas and actions that they are taking with their government. And then we also work together with our partners to now amplify that voice, or basically raise that voice at national level and also at the regional level. And when I say regional level, I mean the IGAD region. So there's the Intergovernmental Authority for Development that works with 8 governments. So we are working with 3 out of those 8 governments. So we want to also influence how they are working at the regional level. And then this program also is coming from a global effort. The world came together and said, we want to ensure that no child dies because they are hungry or there's not enough food in their area. So this is a commitment that was made by the world way back in 2021. We received support from the Irish government to implement this work. So also these learnings that we are having from Mandera, Somali region, and Beletawa district is also being, we are scaling it up and sharing it also at the global level so that they are able to know what works in this context to prevent mothers and children from, staying hungry for days or, days in a week here.
Okay. That's profound, and we'll get into the nitty-gritties of that. But Shalom, you're from Concern Worldwide. Maybe you can just introduce yourself and let us know a bit and what your role is.
Thank you so much. Shalom from Concern Worldwide. So my part in the Hanaano program has been to communicate what we do, to tell the stories of the mothers, the community members, and to just put them on a platform where more people can learn a bit more about Hanaano. Okay. So far we have had a lot of successes, a lot of positive stories. If we have just one less child sleeping hungry, I think that is a win. That is
a huge win.
That is a win.
Yeah, because what we're seeing is we're losing more. So even that one that is saved is a big deal. It's a big deal. And I probably just want for our audience to just introduce themselves so that we don't leave them hanging, and then we'll come back to understand. Deka.
Hi, my name is...
Your microphone,
Hi, my name is called Deka Hajar. Metoka County of Mandera.
Yes.
Place called Ramo, Mandera North Ramo.
Yes.
So we have benefited a lot of changes from Hanaano.
Okay.
Now I'm farming. We have almost 15 women in my group.
Oh, wow. And we'll come to understand tunataka kuona hizo benefits baadaye. Nataka tujiintroduce tu alafu sasa ndio tuanze kuongea juu ya program. Suleiman.
Mimi naitwa Suleiman Fila. Mimi kiongozi wakulima. Pia ni mkazi wa Mandera County.
Acha mpatie hiyo microphone yako. Asante. Suleiman, anza tena. Pole.
Mimi ni Suleiman Fila.
Yes.
Ni kiongozi wa jamii wa huko Mandera North.
Okay.
Mimi kutoka Mandera North, ambaye ni Mandera County, pia ni mkazi wa Ramo. Naishukuru leo tuko na nyenye.
Yes.
Na naifurahia pia. Nafikiri ni kuna mpango wa Hanaano, mpango ambaye inajulikana huko kaunti ya Mandera.
Kweli.
Na imefanya umuhimu mingi sana. Zingine nafikiri baadaye tukaendelea na mpango na tunaendelea kuongea juu yake.
Kweli. Haya, asante sana Suleiman.
Kwa majina naitwa Khatra Hussein. Nimetoka kaunti ya Mandera, kijiji ya Neboi.
Na naona uko peke yako leo.
Pana.
Ako na mtoto hapo. Haya, sawa. Tutarudi tena tujue benefit vipi kutokana na hii program ya Hanaano. How many years now, or how long has Hanaano program been in operation?
This is actually the second year. We'll be moving to the third year next year.
Next year?
Yes. So 3 years.
Okay. And when we talk about this program, what does it constitute? Because if you're looking at a community, and why that particular community, there's so many issues probably in a community, and I don't know if you cover all of the issues. How do you choose what issues to cover and why those particular issues? Beldine, Linda, anyone?
Yes. So what actually inspired us to start this program, Hanaano program, is the long-standing vulnerability within Mandera Triangle.
Okay.
And it's coupled up with recurrent drought, floods, interclan conflicts. We have food insecurity within the region. And I remember when we were designing the program, we had around 6 failed rainy seasons within the Mandera Triangle. And at that moment, in Mandera County alone, we had around 160,576 children between the age of 6 to 59 months who were in dire need of treatment for acute malnutrition. You can see the numbers. And then over 65,000 pregnant and breastfeeding women who also needed the same intervention.
Yes.
And in as much as we had made significant progress when it comes to treatment of acute malnutrition in the region, still around 60% of the children who are treated would relapse within 6 months of receiving the treatment. So you can see how temporal the solutions were at that moment. So that is how the Hanaano program was birthed.
Okay. To
address SDG 2, target 2.2, which mainly aims at reducing acute malnutrition to less than 3% by 2030. So the Hanaano program was mainly focusing on nutrition. However, we have other sectors that we are also targeting, such as livelihood, social behavior change. We also have climate smart agriculture, natural resource management, as you've mentioned. And therefore, we received funding from Irish Aid, and through Concern Worldwide, we have 3 implementing partners. Okay. We have Rasida in Kenya, we have Lifeline Gedo in Somalia, and we have Pastoralist Concern in Ethiopia. So that is actually what inspired us to start this program. Okay, and you've mentioned the numbers before, what it looked like, and that was dire. It was dire. Something really needed to be done. 2 years in now, and even reception from the community to accept this and integrate it in what they believe in and what their culture looks like. It's not easy. You have to work with communities on ground as well. How was that, and what does it look like now, 2 years later? It has changed significantly, I would say. Yeah. In as much as we still have the drought there, it has not stopped. Actually, currently, we still have drought in the region. The numbers improved. And given the fact that we had this program in place, we've been able to support quite a number. We've seen progress. We've seen change in terms of improvement in nutrition at the household level, because there is empowerment of women to start kitchen gardening so that they can be able to, improve nutrition at household level. Yes. We've been able to support with rehabilitation and construction of wash infrastructure within the region, so there's access to clean and safe water, just not water, but safe drinking water for the household, and also empowerment of women and youth groups to start their own income generating activities. So in as much as we still have this crisis in place, sometimes it comes, it goes, but we are now having a more resilient community to face the challenges. Yeah, thank you. I felt like there was something more that you wanted to add on to that. As you marinate on that, I'd just also like to understand that this is not a journey that you can do by yourself. So there are multiple partners that are on board. And what does that look like, and what kind of support are you reaching out for, from the community itself, from government, from other, non-governmental organizations as well? Building. Yes, you're right that we cannot solve this alone. Yeah. So the Hanaano program is about partnership. Yes. And in addition to the national NGO partners that she has mentioned, we also work with the local governments in the area, in the Mandera Triangle, and also the national governments. And within the program also there are structures for engaging with these different categories of partners. So starting with the community, we have, we are supporting them to organize themselves. You know that whenever you are, when you're asking for something, your voice is heard when you're many. Yes. So we are supporting the communities to organize themselves and have that unified voice, even when they're approaching the government. So that means working even with leaders. Vijiji, Suleiman. Yes. And it's a program that is looking at the health of mothers and children, and also we are, working with the men as well. We're not just working with women only and saying, it's your duty to make sure your child is healthy. So we have even interventions that are helping the couples to have the discussion about how do we take care of our children. So that's at that community level. Then we have the governments that are directly serving them. We are also working with them, providing capacity building, because as you know, even the government has limited resources. So the resources we have received, we plug in the gaps
and help them also to fulfill the delivery of basic services. And then at the regional level, we are working with IGAD because as concerned, or even with our national NGO partners and communities, it's a bit difficult to try and influence how the government is going to deliver their services or what laws they're going to pass. So this partnership with IGAD is helping us to take the lessons that we are getting and, you know, let the government know that, you know, if you do this, it will make a difference for the mother and the child in this Mandera Triangle. And then also we have our global partners also who are also helping us to shape or bring these perspectives to that global level, because sometimes when you're developing, let's say, like a global plan, you might not know what exactly is required. But now with the support from our national NGO partners, their understanding of the community, we are able to develop something that is relevant to that community. And then whenever now policies and budgets are being allocated, at least you know that whatever you're delivering is relevant and useful to the community that you're serving.
Absolutely. And as much as we're getting all this help, and kudos to everyone who's on board with the Hanaano program, is that we are not done helping. There's so much more to do. And I don't know how long this program is, but maybe we'll get into that after this break, but we're going to take that break, pay our bills, quick, and then get back. But the question we're asking you today is, what is one thing that could immediately improve life in your community today? What is one thing that could immediately improve life in your community today? NTV Kenya on all of our social media platforms. Our WhatsApp line is open as well. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back to Your World. We're talking about the Hanaano program, a program that has been designed specifically to help communities in vulnerable situations when it comes to nutrition, youth and women empowerment, talking about clean water, all of those things. And it's started off as nutrition, but then you cannot ignore everything else that comes with the area that was chosen. And it's a very sensitive area as well, because when you look at the things that you mentioned, droughts, flooding, there's a lot of kuna conflict pia, hizo vitu zote zikiwekwa pamoja. But when it comes to even allowing the community, so for example, nutrition, the way they eat probably is different from the way they commune, the way their leadership, their cultural setup. Do we then, as the Hanaano program, allow them to take leadership, or do we sisi tunasema mfanye hivi, ama do we empower them to just lead in the way that is agreeable to them as a culture?
Yes, we do. Actually, the program is community-led, focused. So most of the initiatives are coming from the community themselves. And then what we do is just empower them to continue with good habits. But in case there is any social behavior change that we need to focus on or tackle, then we let them know about it. But however, it's best on the community to just improve on what they have.
Yes. And just before the break, I'd asked how long the program is. We were 2 years in. How much more time do we have, or is it forever? Are we here to stay?
We would love for it to be forever.
Yes.
So we've just begun the third year because it's a 3-year program. We've just begun the third year yesterday, 1st of December, and it will be coming to an end in November, 30th of November, 2026.
Yes.
However, we are hoping for additional phases, and we are grateful to our donor, that is the Irish government, because in this currently, I'm sure you understand the global conversation around aid. It's very difficult to find programs that are covering so many years. So it's been 3 years, and we are expecting additional phases. And with the short time that we have, our plans to ensure that whatever we've started continues is, of course, like working with the community, like she has said, because if they have this knowledge and this understanding, even if the funding comes to an end, they can still be able to take forward those actions. And then also working with the government to share the capacity with them so that they can include that in their planning and in their budgets so that whatever experiences, best practices we get are also included in government plans and budgets. And of course, we are also reaching out to additional donors and asking them to support us in the work that we are doing. But in terms of sustainability, I think ensuring that the community has the knowledge, the understanding, and are able to drive these actions, and then also working with the government as they are the duty bearer to ensure that this goes on even without support from donors. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have the community here today.
Yes.
we do have the community here today. And Deka, ulikuwa umeniambia kuna kikundi cha mama mahali huko na imewasaidia sana kutengeneza nyumbani, lima hivi kidogo, pengine unaweza tuambia zaidi ni mambo gani Hanaano imesaidia pale nyumbani?
Ya kwanza, Hanaano umetusaidia sana. Juu mbeleni tulikuwa tunafikiri kama wanaume peke yao ndio wanalima shamba. Lakini tumejua uzuri hata what a man can do,
a woman can do. Hey, alafu microphone yake hapa ndio kuna points lakini zifike nyumbani.
Okay. So now I believe that a man can do what a man can do.
Yes.
So naturally before Hanaano comes, we are in a dark stage. Now we have land. We planted our farm.
Yes. Umepanda nini pale nyumbani?
Fruits. We have planted seeds. Resida give us seeds.
Yes.
Also water pump engine. Also tools. So now we have planted in vegetables like sukuma, spinach, onion, tomato.
Yes.
And also maize and beans.
Okay. So you've been able to provide for your family.
Yeah.
Inabaki kidogo pia unauza unatengeneza hela.
Yeah, that's what we are doing.
Okay.
Once we harvested, we started the nutrient to our family.
Yes.
After that, the rest we take it to the market.
Okay. Yeah. Great. And this is not just you. There's another whole community of women that you're doing this with. Was it difficult as a woman to go back to kujua kwamba pia mimi naweza ingia kulima? At the beginning ilikuwaje?
The first time it was difficult.
Yes.
But now we have been trained us very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now if Hanaano ends, it's a contract of 3 years.
Yes.
If that contract of 3 years ends, we can still continue farming.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nobody can take away the knowledge that you've gotten from you.
Also, we have our other businesses we're doing.
What other businesses?
Like selling goods, livestock. Once you sell those vegetables and take it to the market, you save money.
Yes.
When that money gets reaches a lot, you go to the market and buy
a goat.
Yeah, you take it to the farm for 2 to 3 weeks.
Yes.
After that, you return it to the market.
Imeshaanona kidogo hivi bei imepanda.
Yeah.
I love it. Suleiman.
Yeah, mimi naipongeza sana miradi hii.
Yes.
Miradi haijaguza sehemu ya nutrition peke yake, lakini iliguza nutrition kwa pande zote sana. Kama ukulima, sisi walitujalia ile triangle pande ya Mandera zaidi ya pump set 40. Kila pump set ina watu 15. Hiyo ni kiasi ya wakulima leo kutoka BB1 mpaka Malkamari wanaipump hiyo maji nje, na leo vile wale nimetoka nyumbani na kutumia picha, bado maji itatembea na watu wanalisha. Malisho ya wanyama pia malisho ya watu.
Yes.
Hiyo ni pongezi. Tukirudi kwa kundi, kuna kitu kama ile maneno kama NRM. NRM ni Natural Management Committee. Ni kulinda maslahi ya mistu, nyasi na mto.
Yes.
Tumejua kwamba hiyo resource, hatukuwa jua kwamba zamani resource kama ni yetu, ilikuwa tunaona kama ni ya serikali. Leo lakini tunajivunia kulinda mali ya rasilimali wetu ya chakula ya mfugo, pia tunalinda mto wetu, na wametutrain kama kundi, na tunasimamia kama budget yetu, tuna-implement ile budget, tunachukua ile ambayo inafaa. Tuseme kama county government ikikuja, wanasema mnafaa leo makai, tunasema hapana, ile tunahitaji ni hii. Hatukuwa tumejua kama hivyo, lakini siku hizi tunaichagua, tunatoa hii priorities ile muhimu kwa sisi.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo wakatufunza mambo ya advocacy, kujitetea ubinafsi. Tena mimi nashukuru Hanaano kwa sababu zamani kikwetu wanawake wakikaa mkutano hawaruhusi kuangalia mwanaume. Siku hizi kina mama Kuzi kina mama hata macho yao utaogopa.
Utaogopa, wanaangalia ndio wamekaa na wewe.
Na nimefurahia sana. Tena nilipendea kitu moja kingine, maoni wanatoa ni maoni moja muhimu sana. Sikufikiria kina mama wanatoa maoni. Na niona maoni yao ni mzuri. Hata mimi naona naishukuru sana hii kwa sababu kuinua kina mama. Tukirudi kwa pande ya vijana, sikuzi tuliwaambia kukaa kwa ukuta kuongoja kazi haifai. Wengi hapo kwa ukulima, ujiunge na hii kundi, kujisaidia. Miradi kuna ile inaitwa VSL. Kuna miradi nyingine tulitengeneza wa sanduku. Ambaye ni ya kuzungusha pesa kila mwezi.
Mchango banking.
Kuna miradi ndani yake. Hiyo miradi ina mama do wengi. Zamani walikuwa wanagopa wanaume ya kutoa pesa nje. Sikuzi wanaweka kwa sanduku. Ile Dega anasema sikuzi wanaenda soko hata kununua mbuzi. Hawagoji ile mfuko ya mwanaume peke yake. Then hii miradi imetuchanua sana. Imetuchanua. Tukirudi pande ya makundi ni hiyo. Tukirudi pande ya ukulima imetujalisha. Tena zamani wakina mama wetu wanawaambia enda hospitali. Nenda hospitali chukua maji uji, nenda hospitali uchukue dawa, enda utibiwe. Sikuzi hata wamerudi kutoka hospitali, mama anajilisha mwenyewe, anapata nguvu, pia analisha mtoto. Hata anaona kwenda hospitali, anaona kama ni kutoa transport mrefu sana. Kwa hivyo tunaona kwamba hii Hanaano program katika kaunti ya Mandera ni moja wapo mpango ambaye imefaulu sana. Kusema kweli.
Nasikia kupiga makofi mniwache tu.
Kwa hivyo hii miradi tunaomba wadau tuko na hawa na madam leo ndio tumekutana, wakati kukutana na yeye pia tumekutana na yeye. Hatukuwa jua tukutana nao pamoja na wewe. Mimi naona tuwe pamoja tuinue hii miradi
kweli
ifaulu kwa njia mzuri sana.
Absolutely.
Acha nikuongezee.
Ongezea.
Mbeleni there was some malnutrition under 5 children from 0 to 59 months. And even lactating and pregnant mothers. Nowadays, when we have empowered as a farmer, we have planted everything. Ile ambayo kwanza tumeanza kwa familia yetu, there is no malnutrition child under 5. We have improved naturally. Naturally we have improved.
Napenda sana kusikia.
Hanaano for the support and the empowerment they have given us. Now we are proud to be a farmer again.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Katra.
My name is Katra Hussein. I'm a lead mother of a group called Pilan. It's a Somali word. Means ni kama wamejibebea kwa chini mpaka juu. Before Hanaano, our mother used to give birth every year. But when we get a nutrition book from the Hanaano program, our mothers learn a lot of things in that book. So since we have learned exclusive breastfeeding, even the mothers get child spacing. Child spacing. Nature family planning. Zamani walikuwa wanazaa kila mwaka, lakini sasa tumesoma kitabu ya lishe bora. Vile tumesoma hiyo kitabu, sasa wamama wamepata child spacing. Wamama wamepata nutrition na pia usafi. Kwanza mimi mahali nimetoka ni karibu ya mto. Kupata vyoo huko ni kali. Sasa bila Hanaano program wametukujia, wametujengea vyoo, wametujengea wash mahali ya maji. Sasa hivi tuko mahali mzuri. Mimi mwenyewe nimesoma bila kutengeneza jiko.
Ile jiko ya kupikia unatengeneza from scratch?
Niko na clips. Niko na video sasa. Tumetengeneza kama 2,000 mpaka tunafanya supply kwa sub counties. Tumempatia variables to distribute mpaka sasa tunafanya hiyo kazi. Tumeshukuru program ya Hanaano na tunataka kuendelea hivi mpaka 2026 inshallah.
Umeniambia mrembo hapa ni program, wako kwa program.
Mtoto amezaa program ya Hanaano. Unajua na community Somali mtoto akijifunga sasa walikuwa wanampatia maziwa. Mtoto anapata mgonjwa, unakuwa anapita shida mingi, lakini huyu amezaliwa under program ya Hanaano exclusive breastfeeding. Nikienda hapa mpaka wapi nitachukua tu hivi. So nashukuru kwa programu.
Kweli. Unataka kuongeza Suleiman ama umechukua tu
Mimi niongeze.
Haya Deka.
Sasa Hanaano umetufanyia kitu mzuri sana. Ya kwanza umetutrainia GBV, gender based violence.
This is the empowerment that we're talking about. It's just not nutrition, guys. There's so much more.
We have.
Okay, and
now we are empowering the community not to do FGM.
Yeah.
So we have trained them. We told them the effect of FGM during delivery. You see, so the mother may pass a lot of emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And also we have been Hanaano has been trainers advocacy champion.
Yes.
So we have to talk the right of our community.
Yes.
At what we need.
I can't stop smiling.
Now we are the champions, not only the mothers.
Yes, but also champions of your community. I absolutely love that. Catherine, now Tisha Mike.
In GBV case, before Hanaano,
yes,
in case of happened GBV case, our elders or our community used to hide the problems. Since Hanaano program come into our area, GBV case, we have stopped all GBV case. You see a 5 years old girl working in the hotel, washing utensils. You see a 15 years girl married. Early marriages. FGM, raping case. Zamani, these people, they were hiding our rights.
Yes.
Since Hanaano program come, we have this place in GBV case, we have improved a lot.
Okay.
Thanks to Hanaano program.
Okay.
Very much again.
I don't know. I don't know what you have to say. Listening to all of that, Linda.
I am so happy. You said you can't stop laughing.
I can't.
I feel a sense of satisfaction. Because I feel I'm actually achieving what I wanted in this space, to design a program that will actually impact the communities.
Yeah.
When we were designing this program, I wouldn't know that at this, when we are 2 years into the program, would have all these beneficiaries talking about this. And that's why I actually stopped when I started talking about the interventions, because I knew they would tell the story much better than I would.
Yes.
Yeah, from the program design. So I feel so happy. I am so excited. And moving forward, I think we'd look for other ways to ensure that the community is empowered when it comes to social behavior change. Just as she had mentioned, Katra had mentioned, that exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months actually is a way of natural family planning. This is information that the community was not aware of. That the nutritious value of breastfeeding.
Even diet.
Yes, and dieting. So all these, seeing it 2 years into the program, I'm so happy. And we are looking forward to seeing a resilient community in future. Thank you.
Okay. Shalom, you deal in the communication bit of things. That means you hear these stories over and over and over again, and making sure that even the world is aware of what is happening in that triangle, because sometimes we just live our lives without caring or being concerned about such spaces. But what are some of the probably challenges that probably you faced or they have faced that probably would need more intervention in, now that we are here, that probably we can just rope other people in as well?
Okay, but before we go into the challenges, when I think about the Hanaano program, the program participants, the communities, the word that comes to mind is resilience. Because these are communities. When you talk about 6 failed rain seasons, you're like, what are 6 failed rain seasons? Yeah, probably that means there's a 2-year-old child who never had the opportunity to play in the rain, which is something we think is just normal. Rain comes and goes. But that's not the case in the Horn of Africa region, Somalia, Ethiopia, Mandera, in the areas that we work in. So we focus on just telling the stories as they are from the program participants. And so one thing that has really been standing out is just the desire to improve by themselves and the willingness to take up these programs. You go there, you want to implement a program, it will be taken up. The only gaps we have is, in the climate humanitarian space, we know what's been happening. So we are also open to further collaboration with other people, and we want to allow the community members to tell their stories by themselves. Because if we are not aware, then how do we know where to plug in? How do we know about the stories of?
I mean, you guys got in with nutrition. There's so many other things, and you can see it's such a beneficial thing for them to explore and even talk about it. I mean, to have a man with us here saying, mwanamke anatuangalia hivi kwa macho saizi na tunamsikiza, because there was a value there that was not tapped into, and we're seeing that happening now. And I don't know what your reaction is to everything that was said a few minutes ago, Beldin.
Yeah, so for me, it's really motivating to hear these stories. Recently, I went to Doloado, which is on the Ethiopia side, and also met with mothers there. And the same experiences that Kadra and Deka have shared, and even Suleiman have shared, is the same on the other side. It's really motivating, and also you can see the meaning of the work that you're doing. We've also, and I talked about trying to amplify these voices. So whenever we have like even international conferences, we are supporting them also to come to those spaces and share and say, this is what it means to live in an area where you don't see rain for 3 years, 4 years. The next time you're fighting with locusts. The next time it's floods. After the drought, there's floods. So the little livestock you have left, they are all washed away. And for us, I think, because we are working also in a very remote area, if you look at the Somali region on the Ethiopia side, it's far, very far from the capital. If you look at on the Somalia side as well, it's a very far area. So we need resources that can allow us to go to those very far-flung areas where it's difficult even for governments to reach there on their own. So, and I think it's really meaningful to hear this, that you're making a difference, and also to urge just the governments and the donors that it is possible.
It is possible.
It is possible.
If they were looking for a sign, this is it. Yes, Linda.
And just to add on what she's mentioned, the droughts are there, floods are there, interclan conflict is there. But then,
outbreak of diseases.
Yes, as a program, we also have the component of crisis modifier, which is just funds set aside and are activated when there's an emergency. So in cases of floods, drought, recently we had the Jubaland crisis, where there was a spillover from the Somalia side to the Kenyan side. Then we were able to step in and support around 500 households in Mandera and Somalia side with cash transfers. Because we noticed when we are implementing this program, it's a long-term, it's a multi-year program, and we have this crisis in between. It takes us back. If interventions are not done immediately to help save lives, then we end up losing our own beneficiaries because of the crisis, because of the floods. So this is one of the things that we try to integrate in the program to ensure that there's proper sustainability of the program in the long run.
Absolutely. And we've got 1 minute to the end of the show. Tukupatie 30 seconds hivyo ndio tumalize.
Vile madam amesema, kwanza sisi tunaishi mpaka tena Ethiopia na Kenya, na mwaka hii kuna ukame sana, na shangazi iko kali sana. Tena itailetea shida hii program, kwa sababu ni shangazi itakuwa mengi, then inafaa kama serikali, county government na hawa watu wahusike, waingie wasaidie hao katika hii mpango, kwa sababu hii mpango sasa ilikuwa inaendelea na community, lakini majaliwa yake ni mengi. Naona donors wengine ama county ama
government ingie,
serikali ingie, kwa sababu leo Mandera ni hatari bindenje
kweli
na kina mama. Kwa hivyo mimi nasema serikali iingilie, isaidie, washike mkono hii concern pamoja na Resida, wasaidiane na serikali ili jukumu ya miradi ikuwe na nguvu.
Haya, dakika zako 30 seconds.
Ningeomba serikali panda ya national government, county government, also organization, wasaidie watu wa Mandera. There is a scarcity of water. People are dying
because of
and even animals are dying. So even people are dying for hunger. So that's the major problem we have in Mandera County. So we need help.
Haya, Katra yako ya mwisho ama umemaliza? Wamesema on behalf. Parting shots.
I think we just need to plug into these programs. We talk about these stories. We talk about the resilience. We talk about what's been done. But there is so much more that can still be done, and there's so much room for collaboration from government, from partners in the humanitarian sector, even private sector partners. There's so much room for collaboration. So if you can, we'd
plug
love
in.
To. Yeah.
Plug in.
Yes.
Beldine, your parting shot?
Yeah, I think I also just want to join the voices here, asking for each person out there, plug in, visit these areas and see the reality, because if you don't get there, you might not be able to understand what people are, what they are saying. So it's also just to invite our governments, especially, to support the work that we are doing and take the best practices forward with the resources they have.
Absolutely. And finally, your parting shot, Linda.
They've actually mentioned what I wanted to say, but nikiongezea. Hanaano program is a commitment to dignity, resilience, and long-lasting impact in a region that has experienced hardship for decades. And therefore, the real heroes are here. Absolutely. Families that are trying to rebuild, adapt, and grow and progress. And therefore, we are here to walk the journey with them. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Thank you, Beldine. Thank you, Linda. Shalom, asante. Deka, asante, Suleiman. Katra, asante sana. Now, muendelee kuwa champions uko nyumbani, even as natuombe pia serikali get to be part of it, continue being the ambassadors of this program. It just goes to show that things can be done. A lot can be done. There's evidence that there's so much that can be done. So, wale watu wametajwa, plug in, all right? Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the end of this particular session, but don't go too far, because we come back with a continuation of part 2 of toxicity in the family, the healing beat of things. So do not go too far. We'll be right back.